What's up guys, this weekend's main event is for the light heavyweight strap. Glover Teixeira defends his belt against the unpredictable, crazy Jiri Prochazka, and I'm apologising in advance for this video if I say his last name completely wrong. From now on it's just Jiri. But before we get into it guys, this video is sponsored by Full Reptile Collective, brought to you by Dan Hardy. Head over to their website at fullreptile.co.uk where you can find anything from training gear, t-shirts, hoodies, all the way to coffee. For an exclusive 10% off, use Dan Said So at checkout. Make sure to also check out their YouTube channel for some of the best MMA content out there, bar my own. Let's get back to the video. Alright guys, let's start with Glover Teixeira then, the champion himself. He's just coming off the win of his life, 42 years old, beating Jan Blachowicz via rear naked choke. And he really did do a number on Jan Blachowicz here, because whether you think Jan was himself or not, I don't think he was. I think he was very hesitant, but I think Glover did that damage early on. And when I say did the damage, I mean all mental. Jan was so scared of the grappling aspect of Glover's game, because if Glover gets on top, he grinds through you and destroys you. And he's got such a good fundamental game where he's a very good boxer, he's got very good jiu-jitsu, and he's a very good counter wrestler. He doesn't use the offensive wrestling as much as I'd like to see, but when he does, it's super effective as well. Gets you to the cage, gets that single leg, drives the shoulder in, gets you down and straight into half guard normally, and then gets through until he gets you back or into mount and pounds your face. Anthony Smith, for example, bye-bye teeth. Jan Blachowicz, bye-bye neck. So where does Glover do his best work? For me, in the pocket. If he's doing boxing style, he gets you against the fence. He does use those big inside uppercuts round the side of the head for the hooks. Does beat you up bad from those positions, but where he fails short is the closing the distance, which is going to be really tricky against someone like Jiri, because that's the danger spot. You know, you got the green zone, the red zone, and the green zone again. You know, getting him real close, I think, is his best shout into doing damage against Jiri. I think getting the takedown, mixing it up, keeping it, you know, super fluid, not stagnate in any one position, not be hesitant, not wait for Jiri to press the matter. I think he has to be the dominant one, because otherwise he's going to be waiting for those unpredictable shots of Jiri. And then we come to Jiri, guys. You know, he's got 2 fights in the UFC. This guy is a knockout machine. You know, I don't have to tell you guys how amazing his finish rate is. He's fought 2 guys so far in the UFC, guys. He has fought Volkan Ozdemir, which, amazing. You see the range he covers when he glides through, steps through with the overhand right and cleanly hits him against the cage, knocks him down, face plants him, and that's all she wrote. You know, he's an absolute phenom when it comes to striking. He's so unpredictable, so unorthodox. He can do anything. He loves the spinning elbows, loves his hard elbows from a clinch. You know, he drives that hook through and then straight down the pipe as well, even at long range. You know, he does a very, how ironically Alexander Gustafsson kind of finished Glover Teixeira with those uppercuts. He loves that ability to just get inside range with a long stride, hit the uppercut, step back out of range as you're trying to counter him, and let everything just kind of glance off to the side. So his front body kicks are really effective as well, just continuously prodding and poking and stabbing. And that's something Glover's going to have to be really aware of here, because he uses that as his jab. You know, Jiri has he's so elusive and super hard to hit, and that's what Dominic Reyes really struggled with, because he really struggled with the unorthodox style of Jiri, which is, there's no one really quite like him, which is why Jiri versus John Jones was such a cool matchup in most people's heads when they saw this guy come in. He's an absolute ninja. He trains by hitting a tree 200 times a day, or whatever he said he did, but his skills in the cage are not to be questioned. The only thing I will say is when he does step in Jiri, he loves to throw those elbows, and he will throw the knee up the middle as well, which obviously drags his hips straight forward. So that is the opportunity, I think, for where Glover needs to wrap up and pull him down to the ground. He needs to drive forward and use his wrestling there, because that's his best shot for me to get him to the ground. Just keep him on the ground, whole nother story, because he's got loads of his hold footage where he's scrambling back to his feet. He's got great takedown defense, and he uses momentum a lot more to get back to his feet. So I can really see that being a real big trouble for Glover, but not impossible. So obviously, guys, I'm playing devil's advocate in these videos, but I am siding with Jiri here. I do really believe that he's going to be too much and overwhelm Glover. I don't think Glover is the best light heavyweight in the division, despite being champion. That may be a weird, controversial thing to say. I love him to bits, but I don't think he is the best. I think there's a few guys out there that can cleanly beat him. But he's so damn good. He has the fundamentals down to a T, which is no, you know, it's not a criticism. It's perfect. You know, his boxing is phenomenal. He doesn't use the movement that I wish he used, but You can see it's a very side-to-side boxing style in the pocket, not long range, keep your distance, use his kicks to get in. It's just boxing. And then on top of that, the jiu-jitsu is just wizardry. So for me, guys, Jiri just has to be himself here. Jiri's got an unbelievable knockout record, and Glover has been finished by those one shots before. And, you know, Rumble Johnson, if you think back, I know Rumble Johnson is renowned as one of the biggest punchers in the division, but Jiri has shown against Dominic Reyes when he did that spinning elbow, he is the biggest puncher in this division to me at the moment. He has that one-shot KO power. To do that to Ozdemir, like, we haven't seen that, man. He's just a monster. So what do you guys think is going to happen in this one? Do you think Glover is and still? Do you think the momentum is with the younger guy here with Jiri? For me, I'm backing Jiri, but I want to hear from you guys. Let us know in the comments, guys, who you think. Like the video if you have enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll see you in the next one. Enjoy the fight, guys. Cheers.